Should you sell your property in the winter? What is that like to sell it right now? Does that make sense? Are you making less money? Are you on the market longer? Is it a waste of time? The truth is, in the winter, you will sell less and it will take you longer to sell. So, why would people do it? It depends on when you are selling it in that fall winter time frame. Home prices in November are selling for, or home prices in November sell for about $10,000 less than this summer in the June July time period. That's not a big difference in the grand scheme of things if you need to sell in the fall or winter time frame. I'm going to put up a graph with how home prices have performed over the past few years. You can see what the seasonal highs and lows of that are going to look like. It's when you compare June and July to January and February that you see a much bigger difference. For example, there was about a $30,000 average sale price difference between the June and July time period in July 2023 and the January February period of 2024. Your property value doesn't necessarily tank or have a steep drop in the winter. The reason that home prices are a little cheaper in the fall and winter is due to fewer available buyers. The lowest downturn per year in home prices is typically December through February, and especially January and February. That's when seasonally those home prices are a lot lower. But if you still need to buy a home in the winter, you'll also buy it at a lower price. So people are selling houses and other properties all year. And ideally, you would sell property in the late spring to summer, when that's when you have the most would-be home buyers who are out shopping and they want to buy their houses before they put their kids in school. So you have a lot of home buyers that are wanting to get it done before the fall. And you can still sell your property very successfully in the winter. I have a fantastic winter marketing plan if you'd like to know about it. Buyers are still out there. The benefit to a homeowner in the winter and selling in the winter is that you have fewer properties on the market, so your competition is less. Now, after accounting for price, there is still how long it's going to take to sell your home in the winter. So, what do the days on market look like for that? Here's a graph that shows the past few years, that shows the average and the median days on market for homes. And you'll notice you've got a higher number of days each winter, and up to 60 days to sell in the wintertime versus the summertime, when you got maybe 30 days or less. It's still not an unreasonable time frame. You would have a balanced market. You would see homes going under contract in 60 to 90 days. That's normal. So to have even up to 60 days in the wintertime is still, I would say, relatively quick. And here's the problem that we run into. We are hitting the fall and winter months at the same time that home prices, at least in Colorado Springs, became so expensive, combined with the interest rates that haven't really come down. And that cuts out about half of the would-be buyers in our market. Just half of buyers can't afford these houses anymore. And you've also got the uncertainty of the upcoming Trump administration and policies that may come out of that. And that's causing uncertainty in the housing market as well. Now, does that mean that we've reached the high point for home prices and that prices are going to drop soon? I know people say that every single year, and who can say? Because the demand for homes is still great, supply is low, and there are enough wealthier buyers who can still afford to buy here in the Springs. And that's what's happening to Colorado Springs, is that you've got more money, more people with money are moving here, and that increases the home values due to the demand. And there are still enough people who are making enough money to continue raising the home prices here. And think about other cities like Denver, where the average home price is still $100,000 more than it is in the Springs. You've also got big cities in California and other states that have sale prices that are much higher than ours. So I think that home prices can and will likely still continue to rise in Colorado Springs. And here's how I would market your home in the winter. It's going to be, you're going to have fewer eyeballs. You're going to have fewer buyers that are looking for homes, sure. You're also going to have fewer homes available for sale. It's a tighter market in winter for sure on both sides, but you can take advantage of that with getting as many eyeballs on your property as possible. And it starts with online, almost 100%. It's like 98 something percent of people who find the home that they want to buy found it first online. You got to be online. Of course, you got to be online. But you got to be on as many websites as possible. The MLS real estate agent sites, absolutely. Of course, they're going to syndicate out to all of the major websites like Zillow and Homes.com and Realtor.com and Remax and all of those. Have a personal property website. Your agent should be setting that up for you and directing all that traffic that you're getting. Oh, they should also be setting up online ads, maybe picture ads, maybe video ads for your property, not just social media marketing, because you want to have that too. Absolutely. Your agent should be doing Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Pinterest. There's a whole bunch of different things, avenues that you can do, but hitting that as well to showcase your property. Maybe make a funny video out of it, but having obviously professional, high quality photography, videography, drone photography, getting floor plans. You would be amazed how many people, including myself, really appreciate having the pictures of the floor plan, and especially if you can have like a general rough estimate of sizing, like 17 by 30 feet for this particular room. That's really helpful. And your photographer can generally get that if they're also doing the 3D tours. You've got to have the 3D tours. The Zillow 3D tours are okay. The Matterport tours are phenomenal. Like it is so, the Zillow 3D tours are so clunky compared to Matterport. So that's the route that I would go. You would be surprised at the number of would-be home buyers who don't actually look online. Like they actually will just they'll occasionally do it, but mainly they'll rely on their real estate agent sending them an MLS search. So they're still seeing the homes online, but because they're relying on their agent, not all agents are paying attention to the home searches and kind of putting a little bit of extra effort into looking for properties or seeing what's come onto the MLS every day to see if there's something that might work for their client. So I'll also do a reverse search on those buyers who've got searches set up in the MLS, which is an extra nice feature, to reach out to their agent and just ping them and say, hey, this might work for your client. Do you want to take a look at it? And I've been on the receiving end of that too, for agents who are hustling and they're making sure that everyone has seen this property. And meanwhile, all those online ads, those picture ads and video ads are going all over Facebook and Instagram and social media, but they're also going on major websites: Yahoo, Amazon, Google, ESPN, Fox News, MSN, all these different websites and news sites. And so you're seeing those as well, advertising the house, advertising the open house. Of course, open house, yes. And I'm also calling homeowners and renters personally to tell them about the house for sale, to tell them about the open house that's coming up. And so all of these different strategies to get as many people seeing your property as possible, because that ultimately is what is going to bring you the most success and the most net, because you get the most buyers with the most offers when you get the most eyes. And this strategy is really the same as the summer strategy: selling a house at any time, getting as many people seeing it as possible, and having the best impression up front. So that's why you have the professional photography, videography, all the lights on, make it look nice, stage it, especially if it's vacant, or play around with the furniture, declutter, clean. All of these little things, well, I wouldn't say any of them is really little, but all of these things add up to make a great first impression, which is what you want in order to bring people to the house to see it in person. All of this to say that yes, selling your house in the spring and summer is going to net you more money. How much more money? It really depends on what past years have looked like, which doesn't, of course, predict the future years necessarily, but maybe a $10,000 to $30,000 spread, maybe more. But it depends on the price point of homes. The average sale price of houses or of all property here in Colorado Springs is about 530,000, median about 470 or 460,000. So based off of that price point, that's where things look like as far as the drop that you may see from summer to winter. On top of that, I've got a large network of past clients, homeowners, renters, and contractors to market your property to. And it's important to have a large network on top of all of the other networks that you connect to, because it again comes back down to how many people see your property for sale. And then when they see it, does it inspire them to see it in person? Are the pictures just amazing? Is it presented in this professional way through videography? All of those little things that we talked about that add up. Whenever you are planning to list your property for sale, if you need a real estate agent to help you with that, my name is Kevin James Bond with Remax Real Estate Group, and I work in the Colorado Springs area, occasionally up in Denver and down in Pueblo and Pueblo West as well. So reach out to me if you would like some help with that, and I'd be happy to assist.